Hey everybody, Mark Anthony Germanos. Today I'm presenting Microsoft Bitlocker, which is a feature in Windows 10 that lets you encrypt your hard drive. Sometimes we call this encrypting data in place, and sometimes we call it encrypting data at rest. We start in Windows Explorer. You right-click the drive you want to encrypt, which in this case is the C drive. Then we choose Turn on Bitlocker. We decide where we want Windows to save the recovery key, and I choose to save to a text file. Microsoft is going to give this text file a rather cryptic name, which is a good thing, and I'll explain why in a minute. But for right now, let's just remember to save this key to somewhere besides the C drive. So I'm going to save it. Then Microsoft asks if I want to encrypt just the part of the drive that has data or the whole drive. I'm choosing option A, just the part of the drive that has data. In the next box, we get to choose if we want the new encryption mode or the old encryption mode. I choose new. We also have an option to run a system check, which is kind of like running a virus scan when we restart the computer. I turn the checkbox on and then restart the computer. So here comes a restart, and I'm about to launch the second video. We're back, and we're looking at Windows Explorer. We encrypted the C drive. You can tell C is encrypted because it has a padlock icon, and the padlock is open, which tells us that I provided the recovery key to get into the C drive. Actually, with this computer, it has a TPM chip, and that means Trusted Platform Module. It lets Windows automatically open the drive because the recovery key is stored on the motherboard. The C drive is encrypted, the E drive is not. The E drive is where we have the recovery key. So let's go to E and then take a look at the recovery key. This is a short or small text file. And remember when I was talking about the name being rather cryptic? That was a good thing because the drive identifier ends in D9E or Delta Niner Echo. The file name also ends in D9E or Delta Niner Echo. If you have a lot of recovery keys to keep track, putting the drive identifier in the file name makes life a lot easier. If you were to save this as a PDF, then you'd have to type the name out and figure out how to keep track of these. We also have a recovery key, and this recovery key is 48 characters, and it's all numerical, which is a good thing. As if I take a drive out, then connect it to another computer, I get prompted for the recovery key. And I know recovery keys are always 48 characters and they're only numerical. That's a good thing. It's also a good thing to make sure you do not store your recovery key with the actual computer. And that's because if somebody steals the computer, they have the computer and the recovery key. They would take out the drive, connect it to their computer, and then use the recovery key that was also in the bag to get into the drive. Make sure you store the recovery key away from the computer. That way, if somebody steals the computer and they pull out the drive and they connect the drive to another computer, they can't do anything because they don't know that 48-character recovery key. Bitlocker. It's part of Windows 10 Professional, no extra cost, and of course, save your recovery key somewhere separate from the computer. Mark Anthony Germanos, stay safe out there.